So Drew, you said you got a budget increase on Thursday, right? So we had a little bit of budget to work with this last week, and we followed a Google recommendation on per day budget increase, right?
Right. So I think it was either Thursday or later in the week. And basically Google gives us a daily recommendation of spend for each campaign we have. And budget allowing, right? Like a lot of times the budget doesn't allow you to follow that. But because we did get the budget increase and it happened this time in the month, heading into a weekend where the traffic is always the heaviest, we had the opportunity to go ahead and take the recommendation. And basically, it allows us to see what the ceiling is or what the beginning of the ceiling is for a campaign and how well it'll perform.
Right, with a bigger budget. So just looking at this weekend from the 24th through the 26th, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days for Boston.
And Drew, so Google recommended a certain daily budget. Usually we can't follow that recommendation because that's in excess of what's likely to be budgeted. For some clubs, though, that's not a problem because they just don't have the eyeballs, they don't have the juice in terms of budget to get that performance on primary.
That's exactly right. Like
Yeah.
if you have people who fit their criteria and they have interest in boating, boat clubs, whatever it may be, and they're not being served ads because of budget, then we get an alert that says limited by budget.
Right. Yeah, I've seen those all the time. Sure.
Yep. And again, some clubs have them, some clubs don't. They tend to have them in Boston across the board, whatever campaign you're looking at. And it just so happened this time we had the budget. I had the budget to expand on it.
Great. So let's look at that, Jared. Let's look at what happened this weekend. So you set this to the 24th to the 26th, right?
Yep, 24th to 26th.
So we upped the daily budget to see what's the beginning of the ceiling in terms of what we can get from performance. So here we go.
And what you'll find, though, a lot of times, Jim, is that when you do expand that budget, it allows you actually to get a lower cost per lead because it blankets that entire audience it wants to, and not just a portion of it who may be a little higher of a lead than another, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get you. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So the big thing that we saw, to Drew's point, is that in primary, right, for Google, we were getting $13 a lead for 24 leads over 3 days, which is just great cost per lead for these
fantastic,
these high quality of leads that close about 20 to 1 probably on average.
Right, especially in that area that is a highly contested lead as far as Google auctions go. So lots of competition there bidding on it.
And then what we also see is a huge amount of paid traffic as a result of that. 1,600 unique users over 3 days on paid traffic alone.
Yeah, that's nuts. So that's and they're 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So they're spending more time on our one-page landing page than they are on the Freedom Book Club.
Yeah,
on the Freedom Book Club website.
You're getting double the amount of time for paid traffic as you are
on a single page.
Correct.
That's just the landing page. They're looking, look at a couple things. Yeah.
Couple videos, the price calculator, and then giving you the info, ideally, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunity there in Boston that we could tap into even more.
Yes. So look, that's 3 days. So scroll up and look at the whole month, right?
So, you want to do the whole month prior to that change?
You can do that. Yeah,
we'll do the whole month prior to the change was made on the 23rd, I believe.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the 1st to the 22nd.
Let's look at the number of visitors to the paid pages.
Look at that primary. Go back up to primary. Look at the primary cost.
Yeah, it was 20. So 20 per.
Yeah, there it is. So it's much more expensive per lead.
right? Because we're cutting it off. We're cutting off the daily budget before it's getting its chance to get its full reach.
Right. So let's say the budget's $100 a day, just theoretically. You get a lead, you get another lead, you get a third lead. Well, now you're looking at, you got 3 leads, $100 budget, then the budget goes off. So your per lead cost is going to be in the $30 range. If that budget was $200, and maybe you got 3 more, 4 more, 5 more, that per lead cost is going to come way down. So that daily budget, that caps what we can display on a daily basis. But if you scroll down, this is the first 23 days of the month, 3,200 visitors. And you got 1,600 to the website
in 3 days.
In literally 3 days.
3 days versus 22 days.
Yeah. So, when we're looking at budget here for Carrick, and again, this is in a pandemic in April, right?
Yeah.
So what we have here is an opportunity that if the budget's set right, they can get as many leads as they want.
Yeah, and again, that's probably just the start of the ceiling, right? Like there's probably a little more room for growth there.
Yeah, because that budget hit cap even though you had it raised to 500.
Yeah, raised to 500 per day is what we did because we had the budget and the timing was right.
Yeah, so we hit the spend ceiling, we hit the budgeting ceiling at that $500 a day, which that's a lot of money a month, right? It's like $15,000 a month, I think Drew was saying, right?
Well, granted, it was weekends too. It was weekend too, so the traffic was there to be pulled for that budget as well.
That's also very true. But if you look at the whole month now, this is month to date. There's a 28th.
Yeah,
you include all this and include where we're at now. You always want to include 1 day after, because remember, some of these reports just include the whole month. Yeah, I always do the whole month. Okay, so far they're at 4 cents, 124,000.
124,000 views. They're still getting 129 conversions from this.
Gosh.
Yeah. Nuts. All right, so.
But this is the main thing we want to look at. We want to look at cost per view, number of views, and view rate, because we're building brand here. We're building brand.
We're close to 20% there.
20% view rate is ideal.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So what's 1 and 5? So scroll down. So we got Facebook. We got some of those, and then wow, look at that. Yeah, $19 on average. So that weekend where we were able to up the cap, we were getting them cheaper because we got a lot more conversions because it was on all day long.
$6 cheaper, and it was on all day. Yep.
On all day long. So they're very infrequently, it seems, they're on all day long.
19's kick-ass performance for cost per lead for
that's nothing to sneeze at. A lot of these guys are close to $30.
But we could bring that down to 15 on average for the month, right?
So scroll down, and then we got some Google My Business stuff hitting. We've got so far for the month on organic, 1,370, 41 hours. And
those are the organicfbc.com sites up here.
Yeah.
The
and
paid traffic, which is what we're driving, right? Mainly.
All this is because we're driving it. Because if you look at when we had YouTube off for them for a week, their site traffic to freedomboatclub.com fell off a cliff.
Yep.
So that's pretty fantastic, man. Yeah, thanks for bringing me on to the call. I'm very glad you showed me this, but
it's great stuff. What you want to see?
Yeah, well, Matt, I was gonna hope to bring in Carrick onto this call, but he's in a 20 group meeting. I just realized.
We'll send you this recording. We'll forward it on to Matt.
Yeah, go ahead and save that for me, man. I really want to see it.